welcome to Soul GPS. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about Valentine's Day and the hoovering that tends to happen on such quote-unquote holidays. And I wanted to say a few words about what it is, what it means, and also give you some pointers, hopefully, of the things that you can do in order to not fall for the trap. So when a narcissist hoovers you around Valentine's Day, does it really mean that they care? And the short answer to that question is no, they don't. They don't care. But it is a great opportunity for them to garner more supply for themselves. And as you know, what they like to do is they like to have a pipeline full of backups. So, or it could be that their primary source, is just starting to catch up to their game and is realizing who they really are. So they're desperate, looking for, either the people who were there with them before or new people, new supply. So this is dangerous because what this does is it puts us in a vulnerable position, because the way that our mind works, I don't know if it is as intense for you, but for me, every time the Earth goes around the sun and I enter a similar season, unless I am in a completely different geographical area, which is why I traveled so much after my breakup, which has helped me, I would say, much faster, much quicker to move through the pain. So otherwise, it's like the seasons come, similar things occur, and so we get flashbacks, we get memories, these good old times sort of surface up, and we can have those sentimental moments of remembering how wonderful things used to be, which of course they weren't wonderful, but the mind has tendency to romanticize the past. And so in this case here, we need to remember that our brain literally gets us in trouble. So we have to be strong enough to overwrite that desire to go back into those memories and sort of mull over them, which will only prolong our pain and suffering, and I do not recommend that. Instead, what I recommend is remembering who they are, remembering all the bad things that they have done. If you have made a list, which I always recommend that you do, of the horrific things that they have done to you. If you have made recordings, another thing I highly recommend, of how you felt when they did certain things, how devastated you felt, how much you suffered, how much pain you had to go through. This might be a good time to revisit those, just even for a few moments. It might be a good time to pull out the journal and write down some of the things, maybe some residue you're still working through. And this also might be a great time to do something really nice for yourself and practice your self-love, give yourself a lot of respect, give yourself the time that you need in order to relax, in order to heal. Maybe there's something that you've always wanted to do, check out, and explore. This is a good time to do that, to give yourself that opportunity. So while personally I don't believe in Valentine's Day, because I think that if you are in a relationship with the right person, it doesn't matter what day it is, if it's Christmas, if it's Valentine's Day, if it's Labor Day, if it's birthday, you're going to want to have a wonderful time all the time. It's not necessarily lavishing each other with gifts every single day, but doing nice things for each other and recognizing it as such. But that's a different topic. Right now, what we want to do, especially when we're in a self-healing journey, is to focus on giving to ourselves. So I would want to encourage you to take that opportunity to do that. Remember what they have done to you, and do not fall for the suck, for the Hoover. Do not fall for it, because if you do, and if you find yourself being very vulnerable, and if you find yourself on the edge of relapsing, and if you do, forgive yourself, and here's why. Some of us need to have that extra maybe reinforcement of really remembering who that person was. But it's probably better. I think it's the mark of a really intelligent person to not have to put yourself through it again, to have emotional self-control, to say no to that, to whatever it represents, and really remember that the way these people operate is they're going to bait you. They'll take from you whatever it is that they can. Maybe initially they're going to be very nice, but within a short period of time, few days, week, couple weeks tops, they're going to revert back to the same behavior. And again, if this is something that you need to experience in order to remind yourself of the truth, by all means. But I do not recommend it. You have come so far in your healing already that going back, I remember when I did it, I didn't actually go back, but what happened is despite what my coach had told me, I read an email. And reading it put me right back into that zone, right back into that energy sphere. And it was the day before I went on a trip to Prague, and I was walking around the city and I couldn't even enjoy it because, and I knew, like, you know, I did not want to have anything to do with this person, but these old memories of guilt returned, and feeling like, well, maybe this, maybe that. And of course, total massive cognitive dissonance, false information being dished out by the brain that is just put in a state of chaos and is trying to survive. It's trying to make sense out of what's going on. So again, I do not recommend you do that. It is so much better to take that day, or ideally every day, celebrate your smallest wins, celebrate the fact that however long you've been away, and take that energy that you would have given them and you're giving to this relationship and thinking about it, and focus it on yourself, focus it on your own growth. If you do need help, I have a special offer running right now until the 14th, and that is if you would like to sign up for 3 sessions with me, 3 Skype sessions or 5 Skype sessions, all you'll have to do is enter VDay10 in the checkout, VDay10, and you're going to get a 10% discount on my packages, the 3-pack and the 5-pack. So I wish you all the best on your journey. Stay strong, keep moving forward. And again, if you need help to move through this faster, have a more thorough process, know that I'm here for you. Help is available. Mosquito. Help is available, and I'll be more than honored to help you through this journey, as I know exactly what you're feeling right now, and it's going to get better. It's going to get so much better on the other side. So I wish you all the best. Sending you much love from Florida today, and I hope to hear from you soon. And I meet you down in the comments below. Bye-bye.